You probably don't even realize it, but every time you complain, you give up a little more control over your life. You say things like, "I'm tired, people never help me, nothing ever goes right," and it feels good for a moment. But here's the truth. Complaining gives you comfort today and pain tomorrow, because while you talk about how unfair life is, life keeps moving, and you're stuck. The hidden cost of complaining. Complaining is like emotional junk food. It feels good, instantly, but long-term. It poisons your mindset. It wires your brain to see only what's wrong. And worse, it trains your body to respond with stress, not clarity. You become addicted to the problem. You amplify it. And without noticing, you become the kind of person that people avoid. Because let's be honest, no one wants to be around someone who drains the room. Studies show that chronic complaining increases cortisol, the stress hormone. It weakens your immune system, ages your body, kills your focus, and fuels anxiety and depression. But that's not even the worst part. The real tragedy is this. Every complaint is a stolen moment you could have used to grow. Let me tell you about someone. Sarah used to cry every Sunday night. Why? Because she hated her job. Her boss was rude, her co-workers were cold, her salary was low. Every day she'd wake up already complaining in her mind. She'd text her best friend before even brushing her teeth, "I can't do this anymore." And the week would start, just like the last one, heavy, negative, defeated. But one day, something strange happened. She was at the office, complaining in the break room, and an intern, 19 years old, looked at her and said, "You know, I walked 2 hours to get here, and I still feel lucky to have this job." Sarah froze. That sentence hit harder than any insult. She realized that her complaints weren't solving anything. They were only making her blind to what she could do. That week, Sarah started walking during lunch breaks, just to breathe, just to reset. Then she updated her resume. Within 3 months, she had a better job, a new team, a new life. And she said, "It all changed the moment I stopped complaining and started acting." Why we complain and how to stop. Let's get real. Most people don't complain because life is that bad. They complain because complaining became their identity. It gives you something to say. It makes you feel like the victim. And being the victim feels easier than taking responsibility. But here's the brutal truth. Your pain is valid, but it doesn't give you the right to poison the world with your complaints. Pain is a teacher, not a license. It doesn't give you the right to explode on others, paralyze your dreams, or wait for the world to change. Pain gives you one right, the right to grow. A challenge, 7 days without complaining. Let's make a deal. For the next 7 days, don't complain at all. Instead, write it down. Every complaint. Let it out on paper, not people. Scream through ink, cry through words, but don't say it out loud. Don't post it. Don't message anyone about it, and then read it after 3 days. You'll laugh. You'll realize that half of those things didn't even matter. And the other half, you could have handled with 10 seconds of patience. This is how emotional freedom begins. The power of silence. People think silence is weakness. It's not. Silence is power. When you don't react immediately, you take the wheel back. You stop being a puppet of your impulses. So the next time something frustrates you, pause. Just 3 seconds. Breathe. Don't respond. Don't justify. Don't explode. Let the storm pass through your mind and leave in silence. That's when you realize you don't have to win every argument. You just have to win your inner war. Reclaim your mind. You cannot control traffic. You cannot control your partner, your boss, the weather, or the past. But you can control your attitude. You are not the echo of the world. You are the voice that chooses how to respond. So respond with clarity, respond with presence, respond with power. Because when you stop complaining, you stop giving away your energy. And when you take your energy back, you take your life back. The turning point. If you're waiting for life to get easier before you change, you'll wait forever. The turning point is not when life gets lighter, it's when you get stronger. Stop wishing for different circumstances. Start becoming a different version of you. You don't need permission to grow. You don't need applause to heal. You don't need sympathy to start. What you need is to stop complaining and start acting like your future depends on what you do today. Because it does. If this video made you think, if something clicked inside you, hit the like button and subscribe. This channel is a space for people who are done being stuck, people who want clarity, growth, and real change. Now tell me in the comments, what's one thing you've been complaining about that you're ready to change starting today?